A 12-hour flight can be heaven or pure nightmare. Back row doesn't recline, and it's right next to the toilets. Coffee or tea? Made with dirty tank water. 20,000 milliamp hour power bank? Not allowed on board. Small details, but they decide your whole flight experience. In the next 30 seconds, I'll reveal the secrets seasoned travelers swear by, so you'll never make these mistakes again.
Tip 1. Choose your seat. Like a pro, not by chance. The difference between a miserable long haul and an almost comfortable one often starts with your seat. Too many travelers simply accept whatever the airline assigns, but informed flyers know better. Your seat is your real estate for the next 10-15 hours, and choosing wisely can transform the journey. Start by checking your aircraft layout before you book. Tools like Seat Guru or even the airline's own seat maps reveal details that most people overlook. That window seat might actually be missing a window. Some rows have limited recline because they're in front of exit rows. Others are uncomfortably close to the galley, where light and noise never stop. A quick check can save you from hours of frustration, but don't stop at booking. The real opportunity comes at online check-in, usually 24 hours before departure. This is when passengers reshuffle, upgrade, or cancel flights, opening up premium economy or green zone economy seats with more legroom. Checking again at this stage often secures a much better position without spending extra money. Here's an insider variation most travelers don't know. Different aircraft versions within the same airline can have very different seat layouts. For example, a Boeing 777 with a 333 configuration feels far more spacious than the same model with 343. A little research beforehand prevents nasty surprises, and if you're flying as a couple, consider a strategic gamble. Book the aisle and window, leaving the middle empty. On less crowded flights, that middle seat often stays free, giving you extra space. Worst case, someone does get assigned there, and you can always swap to sit together. Invest 5 minutes into choosing your seat strategically, and you'll have invested in hours of better sleep, easier access, and a calmer flight. Tip 2. Use special meals to your advantage. Most passengers wait impatiently for the food cart to crawl down the aisle, but savvy travelers have a faster path. Order a special meal. Whether it's vegetarian, vegan, kosher, halal, or gluten-free, these meals are prepared in smaller batches and served first. That means while the rest of the cabin is still waiting, you've already eaten, stretched, and slipped into sleep mode. There's another benefit: quality. Standard economy meals are produced in massive quantities with heavy use of salt and preservatives. Special meals, by contrast, often rely on fresher ingredients and real seasoning. Flight attendants will tell you that vegetarian Indian meals, for example, are consistently more flavorful than the generic chicken or beef trays. If you forget to order during booking, don't worry. Most airlines allow changes up to 48 hours before departure through their website or customer service. Just remember, once on board, it's too late to request one. And here's a pro traveler twist. A special meal can also be a time saver at immigration. Because you've finished eating before most of the cabin, you're among the first to use the restroom and gather your belongings, positioning you ahead of the long lines at border control. So even if you don't have dietary restrictions, treat special meals as a strategy, not just a necessity. It's a small adjustment that saves you time, improves your dining experience, and makes the start of your journey smoother. Tip 3. Dress for endurance, not Instagram. That stylish airport outfit may look great for photos, but on a 12-hour flight it quickly turns into regret. At cruising altitude, your body can swell by up to 8%, making tight jeans or fitted tops feel like restraints. Comfort isn't just about feeling good. It directly affects your circulation, sleep quality, and even your risk of developing health issues. The smart approach is to layer. Start with breathable fabrics like merino wool, which naturally regulates temperature and resists odor, keeping you fresh even after long hours. Add a hoodie or lightweight jacket that doubles as a pillow or eye mask, and finish with loose track pants or leggings that allow movement. Don't underestimate the role of compression socks. They prevent swelling and significantly reduce the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a real concern on long-haul flights. Many frequent flyers won't board without them. Another trick is to wear your bulkiest items, jackets, hiking boots, or heavy sweaters, on the plane. It saves space in your luggage and keeps you warmer if the cabin temperature drops. Finally, pack a mini refresh kit, fresh socks, underwear, and a t-shirt in your carry-on. Changing into them 30 minutes before landing resets your body and makes you feel far more presentable at immigration or when meeting someone on arrival. Think of your outfit not as fashion, but as equipment for endurance. The right clothing turns a cramped seat into a manageable space, while the wrong choice can make every hour feel longer. Tip 4. Build a personal seat bag system. One of the easiest ways to annoy yourself and your neighbors is digging into the overhead bin every hour. Phones, chargers, snacks, books. If they're buried in your main carry-on, you'll be climbing over sleeping passengers repeatedly. The solution is simple. Create a seat bag system. Before boarding, pack a small pouch or lightweight stuff sack with everything you'll want during the flight. This includes your noise-canceling headphones, charging cables and power bank, medications, eye mask, lip balm, hand sanitizer, and a couple of snacks. As soon as you sit down, pull it out and tuck it into the seat back pocket or under the seat. Your main bag can then stay overhead, untouched for the rest of the flight. Not only does this keep you comfortable, it keeps the cabin calm. Flight attendants notice who's organized, and they appreciate passengers who aren't constantly blocking the aisle. Pro travelers often add one more step. Pack a large resealable plastic bag within your seat kit. It doubles as trash storage, preventing wrappers, tissues, and crumbs from piling up around your seat. At the end of the flight, just hand it to the crew in one neat bundle. This small system saves hassle, spares your seatmates, and makes you feel in control of your space. On a long haul, that psychological comfort is as important as physical comfort. Tip 5. Carry a thermos, not just a bottle. Everyone talks about hydration on flights, but most people settle for flimsy, collapsible bottles. A better option is a wide-mouth thermos. It's not just for water. It unlocks hot drinks and even meals at 35,000 feet. Ask the crew to fill it with hot water early in the flight. With a few tea bags, instant coffee, or miso soup packets, you suddenly have control over your comfort instead of waiting for beverage service. Some frequent flyers even bring oatmeal or cup noodles. Warm food can lift your energy far more than a tiny snack pack. A good 20-oz insulated thermos, like Stanley or Yeti, fits neatly in a seat back pocket and stays hot for hours. It also keeps cold drinks chilled if you fill it after security. The difference is subtle but powerful. While others sip from tiny plastic cups, you're relaxed with a steady supply of your favorite drink. For long-haul pros, this is more than convenience. It's a survival tactic. Warm fluids keep your body hydrated more effectively than soda or coffee served in paper cups. And psychologically, sipping something warm can reduce flight stress and help you settle into rest. In short, a proper thermos transforms a flight from endure to maintain control. It's the simplest piece of gear that pays back on every single journey. Tip 6. Never rely on in-seat power. Airlines love to advertise power outlets at every seat, but the reality is unreliable. On some aircraft, half of them don't work. Others share one outlet between 2 or 3 seats, sparking awkward negotiations over who gets to charge. And older planes may only have a slow USB-A port that won't support modern devices. The solution is independence. Bring a high-capacity power bank. At least $20,000 may age. That's enough to recharge a phone several times and keep headphones or tablets alive for the entire trip. Pack both USB-A and USB-C cables and ideally a multi-port adapter so you can charge multiple devices simultaneously. There's also a timing trick. Plug in and top up your devices during boarding. While the plane is on ground power, outlets are more reliable. Once taxi or takeoff begins, power can cut out suddenly. If your phone is at 90% before takeoff, you'll worry less about finding outlets mid-flight. Pro flyers also keep a small travel extension cable or splitter. Not only does it allow charging two devices at once, but it can make you the hero of your row. Sharing power goes a long way in creating goodwill with seatmates. In short, don't depend on the airline. Your entertainment, communication, and even digital boarding passes rely on having your own reliable backup power. Tip 7. Keep your blood flowing. Sitting still for hours at altitude isn't just uncomfortable, it can be risky. Blood circulation in your legs can drop by up to 40% during long flights, leading to swelling, stiffness, and in rare cases, deep vein thrombosis, DVT. Smart travelers make movement part of their in-flight routine. The easiest method is to set a silent alarm on your phone or watch for every 3 hours. When it buzzes, do a quick round of in-seat exercises, ankle rolls, calf raises, flexing your toes up and down, and light shoulder shrugs. Each takes less than a minute, but keeps circulation active. When possible, take a short walk down the aisle. Even 2 minutes of standing and stretching resets your muscles and helps oxygen flow. Cabin crew quietly practice these habits themselves, and many airlines, Virgin Atlantic, Qantas, Singapore Airlines, publish simple seat exercise guides in their magazines for the same reason. Pair this with compression socks, and you're covering both passive and active circulation support. The result? Less swelling, more energy, and a dramatically lower risk of post-flight soreness or clotting. The goal isn't to work out at 35,000 feet. It's simply to remind your body it's still alive. A few discrete movements every few hours make landing feel like a continuation of your trip, not recovery from it. Tip 8. Beat jet noise fatigue. Even if you manage to sleep on a plane, you may still land feeling drained. A hidden culprit is cabin noise fatigue, the steady drone of engines that hovers around 80-85 decibels, roughly the same as heavy city traffic. Your brain constantly filters this background roar, and the effort quietly exhausts you. The solution isn't just comfort, it's protection. A quality pair of noise-canceling headphones reduces that low-frequency rumble by up to 60%, easing the brain's workload. The difference is dramatic. Your body relaxes more easily, sleep is deeper, and you arrive sharper. Flight crews know this secret. Many wear noise reduction headsets on duty because they understand that constant exposure leads to real fatigue. For passengers, it's one of the most valuable investments you can make, more than fancy neck pillows or extra snacks. If good headphones feel bulky, consider lightweight noise-reducing earplugs. They don't cancel sound electronically, but they lower the intensity enough to prevent strain. Combining plugs with over-ear headphones creates near-total isolation, perfect for sleeping. Think of it as guarding your mental energy. By silencing the engines, you're saving fuel for yourself, energy that you'll want for navigating immigration, catching connections, or simply enjoying your destination. Tip 9. Rethink the travel pillow. Walk through any airport and you'll see people carrying bulky U-shaped pillows. The truth? Most of them don't work well. They slip, don't support the neck properly, and become more of a burden than a benefit. Instead, think creatively about support. The simplest hack is to use the airline blanket. Roll it tightly and position it behind your neck or lower back for customized support. It works better than most cheap pillows and costs nothing. If you already have a U-shaped pillow, try rotating it so the opening is at the back. This allows the cushion to support your chin, preventing that awkward head bob when you doze off. Frequent travelers also carry lightweight inflatable options, not the beach ball-sized ones of the past, but slim designs that fold into a pocket. These double as lumbar or foot support, improving circulation when inflated just slightly. And for those willing to invest, there are newer ergonomic designs like the Tarteel pillow, which use internal supports to keep your head upright comfortably without bulk. The key is function over appearance. Instead of spending $40 on something that looks good but fails mid-flight, Use simple hacks or modern alternatives to get real rest. Your neck and your patience will thank you. Tip 10. Consider the back row advantage. Most passengers rush to grab seats at the front of the plane, believing it means quicker exit and a smoother ride. But the back row, often overlooked, has hidden perks worth considering. First, you can recline without guilt. There's no one behind you to complain. You're also just steps away from the galley and restrooms, which makes midnight bathroom runs far less disruptive than climbing over sleeping neighbors. Another advantage, empty seats. Because back rows are less popular, they're often the last to be assigned. This gives you a better chance of scoring an open seat next to you, turning a cramped row into a mini lounge. Flight attendants sometimes even relocate passengers from the back to premium seats to balance the cabin, an unexpected upgrade that rarely happens up front. Certain aircraft even design the final rows with slightly more recline, for example, specific configurations on the Airbus A380. Experienced travelers know these details from research and use them to their advantage. Yes, you'll be among the last to deplane, but weigh that against more comfort, better sleep, and a chance at extra space. For some, the trade-off is absolutely worth it. Tip 11. Save entertainment. Exclusively for flights, one of the best psychological tricks to make a long haul easier is to reframe it as a treat instead of a trial. The way to do this? Save something you love exclusively for the plane. Pick a TV series, a podcast, or even a favorite book genre that you only allow yourself to enjoy while flying. By reserving it for travel, your brain starts to associate flights with anticipation rather than dread. Suddenly, 12 hours in economy becomes your chance to binge that new season or dive deep into an audiobook without guilt. Just make sure to download everything before your trip. In-flight Wi-Fi is often unreliable, and streaming drains your battery quickly. Pair your chosen content with your thermos of tea or coffee, dim the cabin light, and suddenly your cramped seat feels like a private retreat. Frequent travelers swear by this ritual. It transforms flying into a pocket of personal time. Instead of counting down the hours until landing, you'll be looking forward to the uninterrupted escape. Tip 12. Turn your tray table into a cinema. Holding a phone or tablet for hours is a recipe for sore arms and a stiff neck. Instead, transform your tray table into a hands-free theater with a few simple hacks. The easiest fix is a pop socket on the back of your phone. It doubles as a stable stand at the perfect angle. No pop socket? Get creative. Sunglasses folded on the tray make an instant phone stand. An even smarter method is the plastic bag trick. Slip your phone into a clear Ziploc bag and hook it over the tray table latch. The screen hangs at eye level, hands-free, and far more ergonomic. Even the air sickness bag can work. Wedge it between your phone and its case to create friction, then prop it on the latch. The key is positioning. Keep the screen slightly below eye level to prevent neck strain over long periods. Some travelers take it further with ultra-thin folding phone stands that weigh almost nothing. Whatever method you choose, the goal is the same. Make viewing comfortable and sustainable so entertainment feels like a break, not a burden. Small adjustments like this turn an economy cabin into your own mini cinema. Tip 13. Seatbelt over the blanket. Imagine finally drifting into deep sleep, only to be tapped awake by a flight attendant during turbulence. Most of the time, they're not checking on you personally. They just need to confirm your seatbelt is fastened. If it's hidden under a blanket, you'll get woken up. The simple solution: always fasten your seatbelt over your blanket. Make sure the buckle is visible. That way, crew members can see you're secure and move on without disturbing you. This one small adjustment can mean hours of uninterrupted rest, especially on overnight or red-eye flights where quality sleep is precious. Many frequent flyers swear by this as their #1 sleep hack on long hauls. It's a small detail, but in aviation, small details add up. A visible buckle equals less interruption, deeper rest, and a better chance of arriving alert instead of groggy. Tip 14. Start beating. Jet lag in the air. Most travelers wait until they land to deal with jet lag. By then, the fatigue has already set in. Professionals start the adjustment process while still in the air. As soon as you board, set your watch and phone to your destination's time zone. Then, align your behavior accordingly. If it's daytime at your arrival city, resist the urge to nap. Keep yourself awake with reading, movies, or a walk around the cabin. If it's nighttime, dim your screen, put on an eye mask, and treat it as sleep time, even if it feels unnatural. Hydration is just as important. The dry cabin air accelerates dehydration, which makes jet lag far worse. Drink plenty of water and consider packing electrolyte tablets like Liquid IV or Noon. They help your body absorb fluids more efficiently than water alone. Frequent flyers also use small cues to help reset their body clocks. Eating at destination mealtimes, adjusting light exposure, closing your window shade during nighttime, and even using melatonin supplements if recommended by a doctor. By the time you land, your body is already halfway adjusted, sparing you days of grogginess and wasted mornings. Jet lag doesn't have to ruin the first part of your trip. You can outsmart it before touchdown. Tip 15. Skip the alcohol trap. The free wine or whiskey on long-haul flights is tempting, but it's one of the fastest ways to sabotage your comfort. Airplane cabins are drier than most deserts. Humidity levels hover around 12%. Add alcohol, a natural diuretic, and you accelerate dehydration dramatically. At altitude, alcohol also hits harder. A single drink in the air can feel like 2 or 3 on the ground. While it might make you drowsy at first, it disrupts REM sleep, leaving you groggy and restless when you wake up. Combined with jet lag, the result is a rough first day at your destination. Smart travelers stick to water, herbal teas, or electrolyte mixes. These not only keep you hydrated but also improve skin condition, reduce headaches, and help your body adjust more smoothly to time zone changes. Save the celebratory cocktail for your arrival lounge or hotel bar when you'll actually enjoy it. Think of alcohol in the air as an illusion, a short-term comfort that comes at the cost of long-term energy. For travelers who want to arrive sharp and ready, hydration always wins over booze. Tip 16. Refresh before landing. The final hour of a long-haul flight can make or break how you feel once you step off the plane. Instead of waiting until you reach your hotel, take a few minutes to reset in the air. About 45 minutes before landing, bring a small refresh kit to the lavatory. Include a travel-sized toothbrush and toothpaste, facial wipes, deodorant or body wipes, moisturizer, and fresh socks or a t-shirt. Brushing your teeth and washing your face instantly removes that airplane film and wakes up your senses. Moisturizer and lip balm fight the desert-like cabin air, while a quick change of clothes makes you feel less rumpled and far more presentable. Frequent flyers add a few extras: eye drops to reduce redness, a dab of dry shampoo for hair, or even a light spritz of face mist. Cabin crew themselves rely on these rituals so they can greet passengers looking polished after 12-hour shifts. This routine isn't vanity, it's strategy. You'll walk into immigration lines or business meetings looking and feeling alert, not like you've been sealed in a pressurized tube overnight. Tip 17. Pick the smarter aisle. Seat. For years, the outer aisle has been the prize in economy. Easy access, no climbing over neighbors. But there's a smarter option hiding in plain sight: the middle block aisle seat on wide-body aircraft. Here's why. On a Boeing 777 or Airbus A350 with a 343 layout, sitting on the outside aisle means your neighbor has only one escape route: over you. Every bathroom trip, every stretch break, you get woken up. But in the middle block, the person next to you has 2 options. They can exit left or right, which statistically halves the chances they'll disturb you. You still enjoy the freedom of an aisle seat, getting up whenever you want, but with fewer interruptions. Frequent flyers and even off-duty crew often choose these middle aisles for this very reason. It's a subtle detail that most travelers overlook. yet it can mean hours of uninterrupted sleep. On a 12-hour flight, that difference is enormous. Next time you book, don't just look at window versus aisle, look at which aisle. The smarter seat is often not where everyone else is rushing.